Shooting all this on the new ZVE1 that I've picked up actually. Fly, get away. Just checking out the S-Log footage as well. Not sure how it's going to look, but using the gimbal's really, really good. We're just out for a little walk, trying to get some nice shots of the trees and stuff and tracking the guys walking in front of me. It's really nice, light, easy to use. Really do like it. I've got the Rode Wireless Go 2 on here as well. Screen flipped out and the balancing's all still fine with this pretty big camera. It's quite heavy actually. You've got 35mm 1.8 on there. And hopefully the footage looks good. This is my new camera. I think I'm switching to Sony, but that's a whole different video. So, you know, using the gimbal with this camera, I think is the way forward for B-roll, pretty shots, sort of getting sort of some cinematic footage. It's really, really pleasant to use. I really like it. Today we're checking out the Zhiyun Crane M3S. It's not only compatible with most cameras out there, you can also use it with your mobile phone and your action camera. So we're going to cover all the features, all the things that it does, and take a closer look at this amazing gimbal. This also has a light built in as well, 1000 lumen light, which you control with your thumb up and down. You can change the lumen, you can change the CCT value to warmer or cooler. It's a really great feature, especially if you're going to be using this for vlogging. Now, this is a perfect gimbal if you're going to use it for vlogging in particular, because while most cameras these days have built-in image stabilization, you tend to get a crop with most models out there. There's very few exceptions. You don't get a crop with that stabilization added. This is very, very light, so if you're going to be using it with your camera, you can get the great stabilization without having to turn the in-body stabilization on and still vlog with this, because it's only 705 grams. It's one of the lightest gimbals I've used, so for personal video recording, for vlogging, stuff like that, that's going to be a great option. It really is. I've got my phone on it just for this video because I'm simply using all of my cameras to record this video, but like I said, it's compatible with everything. You can use most cameras up to something like the Sony a7S III. You can use your phone with a phone mount, and you can use action cameras. Something like the Ace Pro would be great on this, especially in low light. Running test. This is me, like, well, running, I'd say jogging, trying to catch up with these pair. That's the stabilization test. I've tested lots of gimbals on this channel in the past, but this has got to be one of the most complete gimbals. Nice and compact, nice and small, perfect for the normal user. So if you're somebody who wants to use a smaller camera or your phone, or you can even put an action camera on here to get nice smooth shots, this would be a great first option, but like pro level option as well. You've got all the things that you need on here, the buttons, the light which is built in on here as well. The gimbal itself is really easy to set up. You can power your camera through here, you can charge other devices. You've also got a nice joystick and a 1/4 inch expansion port on the side to add different accessories like lights, and then you've got all the different modes like portrait mode, so if you're shooting social media, Instagram, TikTok and stuff with this as well, it goes in portrait mode. You've also got the Go mode, you've got the Vortex mode, which gives you that amazing cool effect that spins around, and the build quality of this is really, really exceptional. Like I said, easy to set up, easy to use, and everything's sort of just there. You've got the screen to change the modes and everything, and it just is very well thought out and very compact, especially with the Canon R10 on here. It's still a light gimbal, nice and easy. You can put a tripod on the bottom. It's just really, really good. I like it. It's well thought out, well built, looks cool as well in this white compared to other gimbals on the market. So yeah, really, really impressed with it. So for around £300, depending on where you buy it from, you get an amazing gimbal that is very, very capable indeed. You've got that 1000 lumen light built in, like I said, which is controllable just with the switch and the scroll wheel on the side. You have got a scroll wheel on the front where you can sort of scroll left and right, so you can control all the different controls left and right, panning up and down and stuff with that control wheel on the front as well. It has a 1.22 inch touchscreen on there, which allows you to change all the settings, calibrate it, go into the advanced settings. It's very responsive, very good indeed, and I've been super impressed with having that. It just makes it easier to navigate the menu when you've got a touch screen. It's very, very easy to use. We've got Bluetooth compatibility with most devices. I will link the compatibility list down below, but it is compatible with most cameras, so you can link it via Bluetooth to something like the Canon R10, which I'm filming this on, and then you can control the shutter and you can control the zoom with the gimbal as well, which is an amazing feature. It supports fast charging, so in about 2 hours worth of charging you can get up to 7.5 hours of battery life. I haven't charged this yet. I've been using it for about 2 weeks and it's still going strong. It's really fantastic. I've been using it quite a lot as well, getting all the different shots and stuff for this video. Battery life, no complaints at all there. In the box, what you do get is this sort of foam pack for $2.99 anyway. The $2.99 version, you just get this. If you do want a case to carry it in, then there is a £350 version, $350 version, which comes with a backpack and a phone mount holder, because the gimbal itself only comes with the camera mount, like a 1/4-inch camera mount on the bottom for your mirrorless camera. So there are other options. It comes in the box with all the instructions. It comes with the cables to control your camera shutter. No matter which camera you've got the different cables there. And then it comes with the USB-A to USB-C charging cable to keep the battery life charged up. So that is the gimbal. They did actually send me their new RGB light, which is this, the M20C. Now this thing is pretty crazy for such a small light. It is a 20-watt powerful professional level RGB light, 2500 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin light, and this comes with this sort of cage around it. This is the actual light itself. Comes with the controls. Got a fan built in. The fan does kick in, but it's very, very quiet. You can like sort of barely hear it. The light turns on by just double tapping the on button. Like so, it's got like a little screen on there to tell you your light, and I've got it set on red at the moment. You can click that button for the modes. You can change the RGB. There's hue loops. There's different effects like so, and then you can change it to just CCT, which is the Kelvin value there. And then you basically put it into this cage. It locks the door at the back, and then you've got these barn doors on the front, which you can open like that, so you've got your own little professional light. These actually do then come off if you don't want to use the barn door. They are magnetised, so they come off like that. Then you've got the honeycomb on the back to sort of diffuse the light. If you don't want that, you can take that off, and then it just goes to the softbox. If you don't want that, that comes off as well, and you've got the harsher light. And then these just sort of magnetise. Then these sort of magnetise back together, depending on what sort of use case scenario you want to use it. It's got a 1/4-inch on the bottom, so you can use it with the gimbal if you want, with the another sort of little accessory or a cold shoe to mount it on a bigger rig. Great light. Sort of such a pro level light in such a small package. I'm really impressed with that. It's got cold shoes all around it as well, so you can mount different microphones and different lights if you want to on top of that to double up. So great product there from Zhiyun. I'm really impressed with that product, and they keep on coming out with stuff like this to help you with your filmmaking, movie making, personal recording, and yes, products like this just make all those things really easy. So yeah, really great, capable gimbal. It's got all the things you'd expect from an advanced gimbal. It just covers everything really well. You've got all the features, like the vortex feature, which gives you that spinny shot. You've got a selfie mode by just triple tapping the trigger. It switches round so you can start recording yourself like that, and then triple tap again. The only thing, like I mentioned, it hasn't got tracking, but with that pan follow, especially if you're vlogging, it's good enough. I don't really miss it. You've got options to rig it up. Everything was easy with the balancing. All of these axes, by the way, do locks. You've got locks here, lock under there, and lock under there, so you can just switch it and then it locks the axis for travel. And yeah, I've just been really impressed. It hasn't got any standout feature, but it just does everything very, very well. It's simple to use. Most people would just be able to pick this up and use it and get some awesome footage. And it's the fact that it's so light really does make it one of the most recommended gimbals by me, because sometimes these things can be a little bit cumbersome and you want to get the best stabilization, you want to use one of these things and get some good cinematic shots. Then it just does help that it's so light, and it doesn't really sacrifice battery life for the fact that it's only 700 grams. I've been really impressed with it so far. Really, really great. So yeah, fully recommended. If you do want to buy one of these, there will be a link in the description down below. That will be an affiliate link. It helps this channel grow if you do purchase through that link, but you don't have to. If I've got any discount codes or anything like that, I will let you know. And if you like this video, check this one out. You might like that one, or you can check this one out as well. Make sure you do subscribe. We've got more content coming really soon. Okay, that's it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.